ILEG technology screens. That's Infusion Light Energy, or ILEG. That's Infusion Light Energy Gain technology screens. And, oopsie, I was not supposed to fall over yet, but it did. Anyway. So we're doing some demonstrations on our new screen paints. New screen paint will launch today. This screen paint, we actually launched it yesterday. But this new screen paint is called ILEG Ultra Black Cinematic. And from the test, you've seen this thing does just about everything. I mean, it's ultra short though compatible. It's fully weatherproof. You can take it outside. It takes in a ton of ambient light as we're in the office at 24,000 lumens in the ceiling. It doesn't require expensive projectors, which our projector is a Chrissy LW400. That's basically about it. I got that for 60 bucks, 720p projector. And again, it is the most affordable, most advanced technology on the market. We've tested against just about everything. Right now, we're showing some demonstrations against high-grade certified screens. We just did 3 of these a few minutes ago. Now we're doing the highest grade we have on here, which is the PARALLAX, Daylight's PARALLAX 0.8 or pure 0.8 screen. So right now we're showing a color demonstration. In a color demonstration, we're showing off color patterns. We're showing blue, green, red, solid colors, and we're seeing which one has the best comparison. Mind you, price tag for this screen at 120 inches. Let me get this mess off my desk. I don't let that mess over here. I got to clean up later on. Would cost the customers $5,749, and that is for 120 inch of that screen. For our customers, our screen will cost my customers $247. That also comes with a surface that will allow them to be able to paint the surface down. Say, hey, they don't have nowhere to paint it at. Some places don't allow you to paint the walls. Comes with a surface that's 10 by 8, big enough to paint whatever you want on it. It also, too, comes with the brackets to put the whole thing together. You just can't figure out what kind of brackets to use. And keep in mind, our screen paint can operate in abnormal lighting. As you can see, the lighting we have in here, we can function with no problem next to the certified screen. We can pull better color. We don't require calibrating or expensive machines. We don't require special screens for ultra short though. Our stuff is fully ultra short though compatible. I did have a surface for this that was required for ultra short though setups. I don't think the screen does not work with ultra short throws. From what I've seen, I didn't test it against one, but I was given a separate sample sheet from that one that was for ultra short throw, so I figured that much it was not compatible with ultra short throw. Our technology can go outside. You're not taking this screen outside. It's a $5,000 screen and some change. You're not carrying this thing outside because in risk you'll definitely damage it. Our screens are fully weatherproof. Also, to projector mapping application, because it's a coating, we can put it anywhere we want, like ceilings and floors. We'll be using demonstrations, do all sorts of stuff for different form of visual or special effects. So as you can see, this is the color coming up right now. Let's do lights out, because I get this all the time. I'm going to be in the dark. I'm not really going to see a difference. And this is what I mean by that. When we set up our booths and their environment, and they see these screens come in, they're going to be against a product that the projectors cost the customers far less. $50 for a projector. Do you think they've ever used a $50 projector 720p in any of their demonstrations? No, never have. They don't use those projectors. Only we do. Again, our maxed out environment, we can use tons of ambient lighting, high commercial lighting. Majority of these screens I've seen, controlled environments. A little bit brighter than the gray and other screens, yes, but still controlled environment. We don't require any calibrating, which I've seen already with these screens requiring calibrated projectors. So we're using calibrated for their demonstrations. And again, that price tag on it, yeah, by far we beat the screen on so many levels, including through our demonstrations, through contrast and color. Our white levels are immaculate for a screen, especially being our ultra dark screen. And keep in mind, on top of that, we can absorb tons of light. As you can see, the daylight is having difficulty picking up color next to our technology. Price-wise, no contest. No contest at all. Consider the fact that our screens at 120 inches will cost our customers $247. Our screens that can paint screen size up to 150 inches. Can you imagine with 150 inches that will cost you 150 inch of our screen for our customers is $362, and it comes with a kit. Our bigger kit at 180 inches, and can you imagine what a 180 inch screen for this would cost you? A lot of money. Costs our customers $472. So when we have people sitting there complaining about how our stuff is so expensive, when you can do stuff like this, when you can show your products in max out environments, tons of lighting, and you're not sitting there hiding in the dark somewhere trying to fool people with high-end expensive projectors, ultra short those kissing the screen, oversaturated inky contrast levels, then you'll get what you're worth. Got to be to come out of that environment. Got to do all those tests, got to back your products up, got to have guarantees on all your stuff. As I said before, I can walk into a film site. People with deep pockets, you're going to have to show them that your product is better. You have to. Because the person with deep pockets couldn't care less about your $60 paints, my $400 or $500 paint. They couldn't care less about that. All they know is at the end of the day that they can afford that screen if they want it. You have to convince them that your product is better than that screen. And in order to do that, you have to survive in this environment, which your gray screens and white screens can't function in here. Because you require all the little bells and whistles and little tweaks and smoke screens in order to get your stuff to work. That's not going to work. So until then, your product is labeled under budgets. There's a thing called budget paints. That's where you sit under. We're not in a budget paint category because we can do this. We're high performance. So lights on or off, we can take the screen. And I've done this with a diamond screen to the point where their company reached out to us and contacted us. Woke me up in the middle out of my sleep, contacted me. Which I thought literally was a joke by somebody else, but actually it was really them. I've actually talked to the owner of Seymour AV. Had a conversation with the owner over there. You guys have never talked to any of these big companies. You know why? Because they watch and they see your shenanigans and things that you do. They want no part of you. They can show that, see that your products are not really doing what they're supposed to do, and you're really not saving the customers any money. All you're doing is just adding more pain to the customers. That's what you're doing with faulty ship out policies and whatever nonsense you got going on your website, fake specification sheets, all that nonsense. You can't really back that stuff up 100%. Don't tell me you're going. I seen one of them sit there saying that we have products just as equal as certified. You can't even get the screen to turn black. So just stop it. Just stop it. How people saying, just walk away. You're embarrassing yourself. Let's keep going. Let me see. Now, if you look at all the tests that we just did, and if you feel that the tests we did are fake and phony and they're not real, then you do them yourself. Every single one of them live. But you won't do that. If you did those tests, that challenge floating around on Google 2019 wouldn't still be there. Someone would have challenged it by now. Or the other thousands and thousands of challenges we put out that were never ever met. Let's go over here and let's get a white level on this technology. And this shows our customers a comparison at the end of the day why our products are far more affordable and much better. And this is what we call even in the playing field. Loop this. Now, the interesting thing about the demonstration about Snow Cottage is producing 100% contrast and white levels at the exact same time. Unless you're looking at a blank white screen all day long, that's a different story. We still generate a high white level, but still, any demonstration you see with high amounts of white in it are going to have black. They're going to have blue. They're going to have different colors. And if you can't read the colors and you can't read the Infinity 1 contrast level, you can't read the white display correctly. Now, their screens pick up better color. Like I said, they're better color than what we tested on gray screens and way better color on white screens. So if I were to take this screen, put on a standalone, take my screen out of the equation, that thing would be fantastic. But the difference is it's sitting next to more high-power technology. And in order to prove on any forum site or any place I go to or anybody who has these screens, I'm going to have to show a demonstration in a fully lit environment, a projector with a long distance throw on it to show that our screens do exactly what they do. If you're using ultra short throws on this, you fail, and I'll tell you why. That's not ultra short throw compatible. Majority of most of them are not ultra short throw compatible. They have special ones for ultra short throws. So if we caught anyone using against the Dark Star 9 on ultra short throw, you cheated because they're not designed for ultra short throw. The Dark Star 9 has an ultra short throw version of itself in ultra short throw because I've had them. So what they'll do is they'll try to use those. You know what happens if you use one of these screens that are not compatible? They go dark, very, very dark. Also, too, short throw triggers them too, so you can't use short throw either. Has to be long throw only. Let's go get our star field. Pause this. I'm gonna grab me a star field because again, what the contrast screen, the gunmetal screens talk about the most is their ability to pick up heavy contrast levels. And the problem you have here is our screen reads 100%. So, to my customers, and people that are about to become our customers, what sounds better to you? $5,749.00 or $247. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, you're probably getting some phone calls over this, but there's nothing they can do because it's a side-by-side comparison. See, the difference between when I do side-by-side comparisons, I never sit here and say, oh, these companies are a scam or rip-off artists or tamper with their products or try to make their products not work on camera. That'll get you lawsuits and get sued. No, we put the product out there, we make sure it's flat to the wall, we have plenty of light, we make sure it's in the center where it's supposed to be because the screen has a narrow viewing cone effect. We can turn it to the left or right. It could go dark on it, so we have to make sure it's right in the center. I've done enough of these tests. And keep in mind, all the testing I've done, I've never had one of these companies ever try to file a lawsuit against me. We're going to do it all by the book. Now, Diamond put out a cease and desist order against us because things didn't go the way they're supposed to go. Because if you felt at the end of the day, message to them, that you felt that we were violating your product in any way whatsoever, you would have never sent me an email telling me, hey, I think your product has potential. I'm sorry I woke you up. That doesn't sound like a person who's offended by somebody who made a slander of their product. There you go. That's why I'm glad I asked for the Lord. I swear the Lord is amazing. Tells you how to do things before you know how to do things. Because when he contacted me, the fellow from Diamond, I thought it was my vice president playing a joke on me. My buddy playing a joke on me. You know, he's a practical joker. And I was half asleep, and I said, do me a favor, send me an email with your watermark on it. Sure enough, it was them. That email right there basically gave us some leverage. Because later on, they were interested in the product, but then, like I said, we wanted an NDA, and that's what I wanted. I'm not sending anything up without an NDA. I don't trust anybody without that NDA, non-disclosure agreement, because people will take stuff from me, and that's why. I'm not stupid at the end of the day. I know my rights. So we had a little problem. So because of that, I walked in and moved on. Now, because of that, I was doing more demonstrations against their product, and they didn't like it. So now they get an attorney on me. An attorney tells me that I have to pull down videos and can't do it, and they used a bully tactic against me. That's what they did. Used a bully tactic. But I took the videos down. I took it all down. Now I applied just like I was supposed to. But none of those videos I slandered and said nothing bad about them. And the reason why it's Screen Innovation is because your Black Diamond sample sheet is the one that pointed us in the direction of the dark technology to begin with. And we were doing all that testing, we matched your screen, your 1.4 Black Diamond. We matched it. We were to match the screen. That's when he reached out to us. Because they knew we were getting closer and closer. So, now we have black technology. And now you have black technology. But the difference between us and you and black technology is I've been doing it for far longer. I know so many different ways of developing black technology. And I can absorb sunlight, which you can't do because I study your technology too. We're far more advanced than you are. So if anyone doesn't know this, that It has nothing to do with the little screen paint makers down there. No, it was nothing to do with you guys at all, period. Our target has always been screen innovation. Every single version of our technology, whatever we develop, is strictly designed to take out a black diamond or any other screen innovation technology. That new technology we have, the one we're working on, that when they make screens alter and change their color, was at the light force out of a diamond technology, easily. All this is designed to take out screen innovation technology. So I know we get these other people getting there, like, you know, the other people that make them screen paints down there. We think it's about them. It never was about you. It's always about certified from day one. But anyway, the guy was very nice. I talked to him on the phone. He's very polite and all. And I do respect the technology. I always respect the technology. He makes very good stuff. Like that's what I said. We like his products. He makes very good product. I said to him today, if I never developed this stuff and I had a screen to choose from, I'd get Screen Innovation. Hands down, I like their products. I don't appreciate how they treated me in business. That's what I don't like. So that's why I would never do business with them, ever. Not in a million years. But I do respect the technology. So if you were saying at the end of the day that I deliberately try to slander your work, that would be impossible since we, you know, you gave us the idea for black technology. When I saw something that dark, I didn't think it was impossible for a screen to ever be that dark. So I saw what his stuff did. It was quite amazing. And that's what made it think, we got to go in this direction. We just kept on pushing toward that direction. And that's why we have this. So you used the bully tactic on me I didn't like. But I saved all that information, that letter and all that, just in case. Now, since we're past those statute of limitations where you can't touch me for jack, that I use that now against you, because I show in every forum site, I post that shows that you guys were afraid of my company. That's why you reached out to us. And you sit an attorney on me using a bully tactic on me. So if I ever find we ever met up in a booth together, I guarantee you, Screen Innovation, what I bring into that booth will flatline anything you have. And here in the future, I guarantee you. You've seen us eat sunlight, haven't you? That's 20, no, sorry, is it 20? No, 10%. That was a 10% technology that absorbed that sunlight. When I get done with the Omega technology, if you ever see me in a booth, I'm going to come up to you and shake your hand, because like I say, he's a nice person today, but if you lay your screen against that, it'll turn into a white sheet of paper. Trust me. But I do respect this technology. As a person, at the end of the day, I consider to be a worthy adversary. I do. Number one, he makes amazing technology. I didn't like how he treated us. I really don't. I don't like that. Do I hate the guy? No, I hate him. No. I respect the technology. He makes good technology. He's a worthy adversary. He's a person that causes me to push harder to build strong, better stuff. That's what I like. I like a challenge. Not these other jokers at the end of the day that got a result to breaking the law and throwing us in jail and getting lawsuits and making crappy products. You guys are, you guys can't even make product right. At all, period. These guys, at the end of the day, make good products. Even though the screen is not taking my technology, it's still amazing technology. I have tested this screen on great screens, and this screen is amazing. It pulls up beautiful colors, which I'm going to do. I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to put a white surface up there. I'm going to show you what these screens do. They're incredible. Worthy of our time. But these other so-called products out there we see, yeah, whatever. Not worthy of my time at all, period. And you see, at the end of the day, we don't go out and make memes of screen innovation and all. We don't do any of that stuff. That's kids do that stuff. It's not a real company. It's a joke company that does stuff like that. No, you know how we basically do that? We design better technology that can crush your stuff, or they maybe develop better technology to crush our stuff. I would love to see that. I would love to see them develop something that compete on our screens. That would be exciting to watch. When companies compete with each other, and we do it in fair game, that means we basically develop better technology against each other, and that's a win for the customer. You remember the whole Genesis and Nintendo wars, where each one kept coming up with something better and better and better to fight with each other? Who won in that? We did, because we got all this cool stuff that came out of it. Not these idiots at the end of the day, where you end up with basically a bunch of, we suing the daylights out of them and throwing most of them in jail. That does not go well. If you have to resort to troll tactics to challenge another company, you don't have anything. That's what you just told us. You don't have nothing. People have something, can do this. When people can't do anything, they resort to troll tactics. It's like if you're in a sports bar, you know the stats of the team, you know everything about it, right? But you get this guy who fakes it like he knows stuff, but he don't know stuff. And you ask him a couple questions, he doesn't have anything. He's trying to come at you with something, but you know all the stats and everything. You just bam, 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 bam. What happens to people when they don't know the rest? They can't fill out their stats. What happens? They get frustrated. They get angry. They get angry. They get frustrated. They get mad. And they start lashing out insults. And some of them want to fight you. They got nothing left. But a person that can come in there, that can go toe to toe with you in the stats, man, they'll be there all day long. You back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, how about this? Give me your number. We'll go out to lunch and we'll discuss this. They even sometimes become friends. Now, if I saw Screen Innovation at booth, I would go and shake his hand. He makes good technology. I respect that. Now, if he sat down and apologized and say, hey, look, we use body taxes, I apologize, then let's forgive him. I don't care. Let's move on. But I still respect his technology. I like what he does. I will never work with the guy, never. But I like his way he thinks. And am I jealous about his wealth? No. He deserved every penny. He worked hard. That guy spent 11 years on a garage building that stuff, man. That's dedication. You gotta respect that. Why did he be jealous over that? He deserved everything he has. He earned it. See, that's what a good businessman can do. But a businessman at the end of the day that's not a good businessman can't respect the art and the hard work of another businessman. He just wants to tear it down. And that's what these guys are. And that's why you won't go anywhere in life. That's why your business will never grow. You are your worst enemy. There you go. Two types of people in business. It's the people who have a flower pot sitting on top of the flower. It gets no water, it gets no sunlight, it's nothing. It just sits in darkness. Sooner or later it's going to wither away and die. And there are those who don't have the flower pot on them, that enjoy the sunlight, the rain, all of it, and they grow to be strong, powerful plants. They grow more plants and more plants and more plants, and their technology just continues to expand everywhere. And you just wither away and die. I really should have been a philosopher. I'm in the wrong field. I should be up on a mountain somewhere, growing a long beard and everything. People come to me and say, ask me a good question. Oh, I have something for you. I will tell you this. Actually, one of those guys. Anyway, other than that, yeah. Let me see. 4K demonstration. We're in a wrong section for that. We got to be on YouTube for these. Let me see right here. Okay, we're going to say 4K demonstrations. Tucker, you're lucky you're in a good spot, man. I'm in the room getting cooked. It's hot in here, man. It is hot. The lights and this right here, it is hot in here. I literally thought the daylight screen was black. I tell you that when I first saw it, I was like, I got a black screen. I was so excited about getting it over here. It was dark gray, but it's actually really good. Really good. The Dark Star 9, very good. But yeah, someone asked me that question. He said, if I never developed screen paint and I had to choose a screen innovation, I'll buy one of theirs. I mean, good screen. That was the most impressive piece of technology I've ever seen. I put that thing against every gray screen paint, any different color ones I had, all the new stuff I was developing. It beat every single one of them. I could have spent 11 years of my life doing what these dummies do at the end of the day, or I could have respected the technology and worked hard to build something equal or better. That's what I did. And here I am today. Where are they at? Yeah, nowhere. They wasted their life and time on that mess. Nothing to show for it. Now, if anyone of these companies want to say, hey, Mr. Bird, let's go into business together. You can't do that. If we go into business together, unless you're willing to bring the price down to what I charge for a screen, that's the only way. That's the only way. Other than that, no. The whole object of me doing this is to make it so everybody can afford the technology. That's why. If they won't come down to my price, there's no point. If If I'm charging that much for a screen, that's going to be a really big screen. That's going to be something insane. That would have to be a screen that you can stick in the middle of the Sahara Desert and watch sun pursuit as you watch a movie on the other side. It'd be something that insane. It would have to be huge. That's a lot of money. I just don't see myself doing that. Now, would I say it's a rip-off what they charge for it? No. Because if that's what they feel, that's what it's worth, then that's what they feel, that's what it's worth. The screen's incredible. I've tested it on a white surface against other screen. It's an amazing screen. Would I spend that kind of money for it? Honestly, no, I wouldn't. Like I said, if I had no screen and I had to pay the money for a high-end screen, it's going to be Black China. It'll be their screen. Other than that, well, that's what I'm saying. I probably would spend $5 grand for. Other than that, I can't do business with any of these companies because there's no way in the world they're going to sell that technology for $247 or under the $500 mark. They're not going to sell that. The technology we have that costs $1,600 is a transparent screen that you could see through. Do you have any idea what they would charge you for that type of technology? That screen's not even transparent. And that screen costs for the 235.1 at 106 inches, transparent technology, costs our customers $1,600. No, sorry, is it $1,600? No, $1,372 or $74, whatever, somewhere in that price. That's what it costs my customers. That screen's not even transparent. That screen's like $5 grand. That's a tile system we have over there, and they can absorb sunlight. Oh, we got lights out. Then we got people saying, lights out, lights out. With the lights out, at least we got a little coolness in here, man. The lights out, man, because man, lights cooking in here, man. They cooking in here. What do we got playing in the background? I hear something in the background. I know I heard something in the background somewhere. What was that in the background? See. I haven't even had breakfast yet, you know that? I came right in, went right to work. Most likely for me, bag of Doritos and I don't know. Can't have too much milk. Milk jacks me up. So just be a, I don't know. Oh, I'm having milk. I'm having a vanilla quick. That's my favorite, Doritos and vanilla quick. I'm getting me some vanilla quick. Just small bag, nothing overdo it. That's what I want. I got to work on the website. I'm still working on the website. So updating on there. I'm going to show some of the screen off because the launch date was supposed to be today, but the launch date was yesterday. Because I had people on Facebook telling me, can you open the links now? So we dropped the links in there, so I put the orders in. I would never say at the end of the day because their price is very high that they're considered. No, they charge for what their price is worth, and the product does what it claims to do because I've tested it myself. But we just have a much better product, and we have a product that's much more affordable. I could easily charge that kind of money, easy and get that with no problem. I got people that can market it for me, but that's not the way we're trying to go. We're trying to make it so everybody can afford it. And then just to sweeten the pot, we put kits in there for everybody. So there's lights that come with them. There's blackout cloth services that come with them. There's a whole lot of stuff that come with the kits. I like it when my customers unbox their stuff, that they don't have to go out and get this and go out and get that because everything's in there. And that's why we did the smooth demonstration. If you watch that, we have that on the link. So we get some customers that are saying about the paint rollers, or when sometimes people spend a little more money for them because, you know, they want it to be smoother. And that's why we took those cheap gnat rollers and rolled the screen to show you how smooth it's going to come up. You don't have to worry about spending expensive money for rollers. I paid like $1.50 for those rollers. I got them from Family Dollar. So you don't have to worry about none of that. They go down smooth, it's no problem. Alright. LG demonstrations. Give me what I wanted. Did it butcher me? No, it did butcher me. LG demonstrations. Oh, we got this on with the drag the microphone out. Like I said, LG demonstration. Yeah, I thought about it. I always let that go. Not the other stuff, those people in the jail. I'm talking about the other stuff with me and Screen Innovation. At the end of the day, who cares? I didn't like the bully tactics at all whatsoever, but who cares? Oh no, I do respect the technology, but I just don't like the way he treated us. Period. Should have just signed the NDA. If you signed the NDA, things would have been much different. And usually these big companies at the end of the day figure that, hey, look, you know, this guy's way down there. It's going to be a while before he touches us. I really wouldn't make that statement if I were you at the end of the day. My Lord has plans for our technology. We plan to be in those booths very soon. Side by side, you'll see us. Keep in mind, we just don't have one black screen. We have hundreds of black technology and screens. We've been doing it for years. Diamond has their first one black screen. Probably developing another one. Who knows? Still, they'll never catch it to us. We've done too many of them. Just about anything you can with a black screen now. And now we got the fluorescents coming up. The fluorescents! Like, what the frick are those? We'll find out. Screen's definitely gonna blow you away. Seriously, we're sitting there watching the video, next thing we're at the bus stop, like, what the freak? Got blown away. You'd be out there with your slippers on and everything, got your coffee cup and everything, just watching the video, one minute like, oh my goodness! Boom! Explosion goes off in the background. Next thing you're at the bus stop, someone like, what the freak? Caution. Videos can cause you to be blown away. Watch the video, end up in your aunt's house. Like, what the freak? What am I doing over here? Blown away. Pioneer, I've been Pioneer videos in a while. Contrast, when the contrast picks up, the screen has to read right along with it. If it doesn't, it's going to show its true colors. Good screen though, it's still. Pause there. Let's get the lights on. I thought there's more time I can count. Yeah, you'll be out in a few minutes. No, I'm gonna let you up now. We're gonna get the door open. Come on out. No, because you'll do something weird on camera. Just wait a minute. We're almost done anyway. We're almost done. Camera, he'll do something weird on camera. You don't know my cat thing today. Watch him. You gotta wait. Just wait a minute. You know, like work done. It's a nice video. And this sucker decides he wants to lick stuff on camera? No. I don't know why he started doing that. That bird was doing pretty good. He's sitting in front of the camera, stand still, real nice and everything, and then all of a sudden just doing that weird stuff. Ahmed, behave. Behave. Coming out in a few minutes, okay? If you stood at attention like you did the last time, that would have been nice. So you saw this weird stuff now. Alright, people. Get my big cat out of there. It's in a very comfortable area. He's just has to be out and stretch and run around, whatever, and clean himself from the camera. I don't know why he started doing that nonsense. And I have a couple of videos I got to upload. I did some short videos on this right here. I'm going to post them over to the other sites, showing the comparison of our technology versus a $5,000 screen. Product is available on our website. Unfortunately, we don't have free shipping overseas. We have shipping over the U.S. Still working it out with the post office to figure out if it's just England that got hit with that, or is there other countries that got hit with it. We're trying to figure it out. Once we get it established, we're good. If I don't know, I don't even know how to do it. But some people had somebody saying if they had somebody in the United States, but still, you're still going to run into the same problem that we're running into. If you get somebody, say here in the United States, that can get the item for you, they still got to ship it over there. Unless they're going to fly it over there themselves, that's the only way. Rather than that, the minute it crosses out of the U.S. territory, the tracking number goes blank. I just literally went through this with a customer in the U.K. He was able to track some of it. It was a nightmare. I don't know what the heck happened, because we have shipped lots of packages to the U.K. Never had this problem ever. But anyway, you know who. You know who. No. And they said we can do the brown envelopes, but the brown envelopes are expensive. It'll cost much money to ship it over. everything ready. Everything else done. Away. Charging my phone. 60%. That's cool. Usually worse than that. Way worse than that. Well, only 60%. I only got 5% sometimes like on my phone. Only 5%. Actually, I got a friend of mine who works at the post office. I'm gonna talk to her and ask about. She would give me more information about what's going on. She works at the post office. I need some information. All right. All right, people. I gotta get ready to skedaddle. I got some things I gotta do. Gotta be on the site. Got some building to do. Kind of just go tech on here or 80s kind of style on there. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time for coming in. Really appreciate. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because we're one for Him. None of this would ever be possible, so we do thank Him for all things. Interested in our new high-tech screen paint? Just basically just pop over. Oh, you see that I put the .com in there? That's freaking cool in there. I freaking love that. I didn't put the .com in there. That's pretty cool. But anyway, hope you enjoy the video demonstration. I got to get ready because I got some screens and some installs I'm going to be doing with this technology. So I got a lot of some really interesting and nice hookups at City Hall that's going to allow us to be able to expand this technology anywhere we need to go. So that's going to be fantastic. And like I said, thank the Lord for blessing us to be able to have what we have. The technology we have over there, the tiles, we're going to do it 2026. We're going to bring in those out. Till then, we have this. All right, got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.